Hi guys, I have been accepted into the Disney College program. I wanted to film a video about my interview process a little bit before I applied and what happens after. So I applied on February 10th. Does the time really matter? But I applied, I just remember it was late at night. The application process was not bad at all. It's really easy. You just click apply and it just asks you simple questions. Basically, when you apply to a job, those questions like your experience, what I'm trying to remember, your experience, and it asks about Disney. It gives you a list of roles and you put yes or no if you're interested in it. I put yes for mostly everything except for attractions, which really doesn't matter because they can give you anything. But I'm really interested in retail or children's activities in the resorts. So yeah, so I applied, and then after I finished my application, some people said they had to wait a couple days or a week after to get the email about the interview, but I got mine a couple minutes after I finished my application. So I needed time to think. I wanted time to research about the interview and be prepared for what questions we're gonna ask. So I scheduled my interview for 10 days after, so February 20th, I think at 11:30. If I keep looking down, I have my notes on my computer. So 10 days after. So yeah, and during that time I was just TikTok, YouTube, and now I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but people had their whole interviews on YouTube, filming the whole thing. I just it was helpful, but also I just feel like that's kind of stupid, because why would you film an interview like this? This is still a job, even though it's Disney. But that doesn't matter. But yeah, I just got the gist of what kind of questions it was gonna be asked me, so I could be kind of prepared. And yeah, my interview came out February 20th. Oh, am I? Okay, I'm on track. All over the place. So they say the call might come from an unblocked caller, so just keep that in mind. And they say block out an hour. Is it hour before and after? Yeah, because it can the interview can start 15 minutes earlier or 15 minutes later. So yeah, so my interviews, my recruiter called me right at 11:30, which is perfect. So what kind of the questions they asked me, I wrote, well, when I started, I wrote her name down because I saw everybody talking about remember your recruiter's name. So at the end you could be like, oh, thank you, blah blah blah. So she was mostly looking at she started asking me about me working at she started asking about working at the baseball stadium. Where did she start? So okay, I think it's important to tell y'all what I didn't do, because at this point when this video, I'm already, yeah, well, I'm accepted. But what I didn't do, I didn't tell her, well, I told her where I attended college, but I didn't bring up my major at all, which is nutrition and communication. I didn't bring it up, but she basically got right into my experience because I worked at a baseball stadium in retail. So she was really, I felt like she was on the computer talking to me but going down what I put on my list. So I feel like that really helped me get accepted. So the question that she asked, basically she gave me a lot of scenarios about safety. So what would you do? So one of them was me being on the boat, and what would I do if the guests won't put on their life jackets? What would I do? Another thing, just keeping the store clean. How do you keep the store clean? What else? I swear I remember this, but it's slipping my mind. But what else did she ask me? Just know it had to do with safety and safety. I'm trying to think of it, but that's what you need to be prepared for. Like, what would you do? And I feel like she was asking me the same question, so I gave her the same answer. Like, if I can't, I'm gonna do my best to try to figure it out on my own. But if I can't, we're gonna have to go to somebody above me, right? So, another question she asked is, how do you feel about the Disney college program? So you just go on and talk about Disney. How do you feel about that? Just bring up your favorite memories. How did you hear about the Disney college program? Why do you want to do it? So basically just go on a whole spiel, because that's when they can figure out, like, do she really want to do this or not? Do they really want to do this? So yeah, like I said, safety questions. I feel like I had all the questions you asked me, but it just slipped my mind. But be prepared for that. What would you do situations? She also let me know that this is for the 8-month internship. So I believe you can pick your months, but I'm doing 8 months. So from May 19th to January 8th, 2026. So they also let you know that you could be deployed anywhere. So they're telling you this so you know what you're getting yourself into during this interview. Also another important thing, I guess there are keywords they say you should use. The only keyword I guess I used was guess. Instead of customers, I just said guess. But I'm trying to think what people said to guess with the keywords was guess, safety, something else, but I only use guess. They also asked about roommates. Like, this goes with the scenarios they ask you, like, what would you do? But if a problem arises with your roommates, what would you do? So yeah, I'm trying to think. Hopefully y'all was able to. I feel like I'm all over the place, but yeah, that was really it for my interview. My interview lasted 15 minutes. They say it can be 15 to 20 minutes. Some people go over 30 minutes to an hour. But for my interview, I feel like like I said, it was the same questions. I was answering the same thing. I was telling her, like, my answer never changed. So I think that's what really got me in my experience with retail. I feel like I want to get merchandise. Hopefully they help me get into that. What else am I thinking? Yeah, I started at 11:30 and finished at 11:45. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, don't let the time of your interview discourage you, because I don't think that really matters. Because mine was 15 minutes and I'm accepted. So, just go from your heart. Also, you don't have to. I had stuff written down, but I didn't really use it. You just, like, the questions. Yeah, don't really do that, because you don't want to sound like you just reading off something. Just go, like I said, from your heart. That's the most important. So after that, she told me I should get something in my email 1 or 2 weeks from that day, so February 20th. And I don't know what she said. I kind of felt like I think I got this, because she was so, like, she was nice, and how she was like, I was like, okay, I think I accepted, but I didn't want to get too excited. But it's exactly a week after, because February 20th was a Thursday, I got my acceptance letter that I got in on February 27th. And I was coming back to my dorm from class. So yeah, I felt like mine was kind of pretty easy, but I just wanted to share my experience with you all. So yeah, and also at the end I did say thank you, her name. So yeah, hopefully you're able to take something away from this and just go ahead and apply, because I mean, it's Disney, why not? So I might do another video about, like, the process after, what goes after that. But well, I probably am gonna do it. Well, I definitely might do another video about the process after what happens after your interview, your acceptance. But I just wanted to get this out the way. because I feel like this is the most important part. You gotta get through this part to get to that part. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I motivated somebody to go apply, or also like calm down your nerves for the interview if you have an interview coming up. So yeah, bye.